Today we are diving into the powerful world of Excel's Power Query and Pivot. Whether you are a beginner or looking to sharpen your skills, this tutorial will guide you through the basics and beyond. Let's get started. Power Query is incredible tools for data transformations and manipulations. So let's start by importing some data into the Excel. Okay. So you need to open up the Excel and go to the data tips and click on the get data from here and select your data source, like you have the Excel file or CSV file or SQL, whatever you want. For example, let's start with the from to text or CSV, this one. Okay. So like here, I can have the different one. For example, let's use the sales report. This one I have already set, and choose your data you want to input and click on the input first. And here use or like use the this one and use the load. Okay. And you can easily the load or transform whatever you want for further processing. Now let's use the load, and here, so in the Power Queries editor you can also perform like various transformations, like the removing the duplicates or difference one you can do. But before I do, I want to show subs. I want to input the new one. Go to the here, and this times I use the data. Use the get data, use from here CSV over here, and let me use the data for sales, this one, import it. Then this times you just transform data. Okay, so in here you can easily use it with the Power Query editors. You can perform various transformations, like the removing data if you want to use, or you can or changing the data types is filled in columns, or if you want to use it. So like here, if I want to close this one, or if I want to remove, delete or remove this one, I can easily click over. I can just for example, let's delete this one, remove the rows, remove the top or remove the bottom, so whatever you want to use. So for example, let's remove this one or remove for the tops one, and here it's remove this one, or you can easily use the one, or if you want to remove the top one, so it's remove over here. Okay, so and everything is done. Now close and load to input the clean data back into the Excel. Okay, so here click over here. Now the PowerPoint is like Excel supercharged pivot tables on the string. It allows you to analyze large data set. So here now we have the imported data over here. Now to enable the Power Pivot or the Power Pivot, go to the File tabs and summarize. Sometimes you may have the Power Pivot or you may not have. So for enable, go to the File tabs, use the options over here and click on the adds in and choose the here, and you can use the com adds in this one from the drop down menu and check with the here. Go to and check with the Microsoft Power Pivot for Excel. Okay, so this one, and hit on the OK. Now you can see we have now enabled the Power Pivot tabs in top, so or in the ribbon. Now go to the Power Pivot tabs and click on the pivot tables, and here you can see the options over here. Or what I'm gonna do, I want to customize it little bit by going to customize ribbon, and let me use this one, or I can use the pivot tables. So for example, I want to add it, and let me use over here and add it, and I can just easily add over here, or new groups and add over here. Okay, then hit on the OK. Now that we have the pivot tables, and what I'm gonna do, I will just use the pivot tables. Choose your data source, select the here the pivot tables, and just you can easily use it. And where do you want to use? For example, let's use the existing worksheet. I want to work over here. Then hit on the OK. Choose your field like a drag and drop fields into the rows. For example, I want to drop into the values, and also the product category I want to use into the rows. Okay. So now let's check it up notes by combining the power of query and the power pivot. Okay. So here, once imported or loaded data into the power pivot by going to the pivot and clicking the here, by like if I click over here again, go to the pivot and use here the add to data models, this one, or I can just select over here. Let me click over, or what I'm gonna do, let me select, and I can just easily use it with the add to data models over here. Okay, and let me do it again. So let's move into import the data from here. Go to the here, and we have also loaded into the earlier, or we did earlier. So let's use the CSV file, or I can just easily use it, then imported this data. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do, I want to use the load or load to here the very easily. So now that we have added this one, now once imported and load the data into the PowerPoint by going to the power or power keyboard and click on the add to, or here you can easily use it with the add data model. Okay, so this way you can easily use, or what I'm gonna do, I can easily select over here and you can easily work with this one. Okay, so that's it for today's tutorial. We have used it. Okay, so and you now know unlock the full potential of Excel Power Query and Power Pivot. With these tools you can tackle even more complex analysis tasks with easily. So stay tuned for more complex or more tips and tutorials on our channels. Thanks for watching.